I just watched Peter Pan Return to Neverland, and oh my gosh, I have some thoughts. To give a brief synopsis and overview of this movie, Wendy is all grown up with children of her own, and as the Blitzkrieg, it's a German word, I don't know, rages, she calms them with tales of Peter Pan. Wendy's stubborn 12-year-old daughter, Jane, has no patience for such nonsense until Captain Hook uses the girl as a pawn in capturing his arch rival. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and the Lost Boys come to her aid. However, even they cannot make Jane a believer in the magic of imagination, unless she believes she cannot fly, and there is no other way for her to return home. The first reason that I believe this is a good sequel and is actually well thought out is this doesn't seem like a cash grab. I don't think there was any demand for another Peter Pan movie, and it actually has a purpose, and it's the same but different than the first movies, which I really like because it connects with the first movie, but it's also like an original plot. Yes, there were some parts that kind of felt like they were trying to get their target audience to laugh and enjoy it without much thought, but really it is a beautiful, unique story in the world of Peter Pan. It's the same message with an entirely different storyline, and it's actually intriguing to watch. I was actually enjoying this movie as I was watching it. I kept an open mind. I didn't think oh, this is just gonna be a remake Disney made that it doesn't really hold up, but honestly it kind of does. It's set in the time of a war, and in the terms of Peter Pan's messaging, this is a really good story idea for that. Because, how does a child stay a child in the middle of a war when you can see the war on your street? This was a really interesting way of making a sequel to this storyline, and it works. It really does. Like the message is, don't grow up too fast, keep your childhood, your imagination intact. And she's only 12. This is hard for Jane, the oldest sibling, to do that because she's literally watching the horrors of war. It opens up and she's watching the horrors of war on the street. She's just on a normal street and she's watching the horrors of war. I honestly really admire the creativity and the storytelling. It's kind of like a historical fiction, which is one of my favorite genres, and it like it just has such a good message and it tells the story so well. She even learns a lesson and learns to like preserve her brother's innocence, and her imagination and childlike wonder comes back in this movie. It's just chef's kiss. This is actually a good sequel, I swear. Now, my last reason, that I can think of so far, is the song called I'll Try. And the lyrics and the visuals in this movie, they just clearly demonstrate what they're trying to demonstrate, and I just love that. It's such a good song, and the visuals during the song, it couldn't have been more perfect. She's looking up at the two stars, and we all know second starts the right for Peter Pan. She's looking up and the song is saying she'll try to believe, and it's showing she wants to, but then her eyes drift, her vision drifts to down on the street, and she sees the war again, and her childhood wonder dwindles just because of that. And it just this song and the visuals, they are just so good. I like if you have an opportunity to see this movie, even if it's 22 years old, just go see it because it literally is one of the best Disney sequels I've seen. I've seen a lot of subpar and bad Disney sequels, but there are a few golden gems in there, and I swear Return to Neverland is one of the best out of what I've seen anyway. In conclusion, go watch Return to Neverland. You literally won't regret it. It's actually good. Like, there might be like some parts in there you may think are dumb. Um, I think, yeah, maybe there are some cheesy parts, but overall, this story is so well told. There's such a good message, and it's actually a good sequel. I'm telling you, go watch it.